Hi everybody, it's Janet with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to do a little, it's a rainy day here, and I thought about it. It's a dicey thing to try to make some rain clouds, and I thought maybe we would try that together. I watched a tutorial on Anne's art. If you've ever seen Anne, she does these fantastic rock paintings, and she does tutorials on them. And she had done one of a rainstorm that I thought was really beautiful. And just to make sure I'm giving credit to her, her name's Ann Webster, and it's Anne's art. And she does rocks, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Well, I'm going to try to do a rain cloud sort of like what she did. It's really cool, and it's a little, but mine's going to be a little bit different because, of course, I'm not doing mine exactly the same way she did hers. But I liked how she made the rain come down. So I'm going to show you how she did her tutorial as far as the rain portion of it. And we're going to see how it works. And I hope it works great, because if it looks anything like hers, it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to tilt you down just a little bit, and we're going to zoom in, get started. Let me pull this up just a smidge. There we go. So now, I'm going to be using a little bit of True Navy up here at the top. Now, that's not exactly what she had used. She used cobalt blue and bright blue. I am out of cobalt at the moment, so I am going to be using just a little bit of True Navy up here at the top, and then I will be using bright blue down here along this portion of it. Now I'm just going to take my chip brush here and just get it wet. Put this over to keep this as my clean water. Get my chip brush here, and we're just going to just pull this in here. I may have to get a little bit more of that out, but we'll see here how this goes. So we've got a little bit of a darker sky at the top up here and a brighter blue down here. Now I'm covering my whole canvas, and I didn't leave little white spots because I'm going to create my clouds. I'm not going to leave the white areas to be clouds. I'm going to create clouds. And I'm dragging this bright blue right up into this navy here. And it's okay if it's got a little bit of that at the top here. That's not going to hurt nothing. I just want a different variation of blue that's darker up here at the top a little bit. I'm going to get just a little bit more of this navy. Oop. And just make it a little bit darker coming down. But just a little bit of dark in this area right here. Just a small portion of dark. Now I'm going to just wipe my thumb off real quick here. And I'm going to get out some white. Put this into the water. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cotton ball. Mine's blue, but I'm just going to use a cotton ball, just a plain cotton ball. And let's see, I do want to get just a smidgen of this navy on here too. But I'm going to start with just the white on a cotton ball here. Let me pull this up. I don't know why it keeps turning itself down. There we go. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to kind of just pull me in a little bit of clouds here. Mighty stringy. Now I'm just making clouds using this cotton ball. You can do it with a brush, There's lots of different ways to make some clouds. Got a little more white up here at the top. By just dipping back into the white and just kind of adding it at the top portion here. A couple more white spots in there. Okay. Now, of course, our rain, we have to have a little bit of dark to our sky, too. Boy, that cotton ball is really sticking to me. Let me rub that off of my fingers. So I'm just going to get just a little bit of black out here. Oh, actually, I got a little more than I thought I was going to get. Let me go back to my cotton ball. I want to make another little bit of clouds just down here. Coming into the picture there. Now I have to get a little more white out. Okay, that's all right though. I just wanted it to be a little more clouds in my picture for it. So now I'm going to take this same cotton ball and I'm going to dip it into this black, get that on it, pat some of that off, dip into this navy blue on top of it, and I'm just going to kind of darken this up. Get a little more of that navy. Touch of that black, pat it off, a touch of blue. Let it get a little bit of the white in it. Drag just a little bit of that dark right here under that. Now we got this dark sky coming in here. I'm going to get just a little bit more of the just a little bit more of the navy here. And just put it in a couple of spots. Sort of a dark cloud down in there. Okay. Now I need a little more white to work at the tops of the clouds. So I'm turning it around, getting the dark on the back side. And I'm going to dip into the white. Tap it off just a little bit. Just bring it along top of the cloud in different little spots, and a little along the bottom. Get it in the white, tap it off a little, get it in the white, a little more of the white. Go. I'm just sort of tapping that in there. Put a little bit of this brighter white right here in the middle part of it. Letting that gray blend in there now because it's made me a gray color, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so now I got all this going on here, right? We've got this cloud, this big rain clouds come in. So now what we're going to do Let me get that off of my fingers. Because we're going to get us a nice little flat brush. Just like this. Little flat brush. And we're going to dip into this clean water. And we're just going to take it and we're just going to drag it. A couple of spots, just water. Just using some water. Back in the water here. Stick it in the water. And we're just pulling from the bottom here. Let me move this out of the way. Just pulling that water down. Just pull that water down from the bottom. Just pulling it from the bottom of that cloud straight to the down. Straight to the bottom of the canvas. Let's put a little streak right through there. Let's get another little streak right in here. Okay. Now we see the rain starting to come out of the clouds. The rain's working its way down. And now if it gets too thick of a white like that one there, oop, just use some more water. Pulling down this water here. See how that's looking? Okay, so now we're starting to get some rain going there. So let's just put a little more. And we're just doing this with water, guys. The paint's already there. It's not dried. Now this cloud back here is starting to get a little hard to distinguish at this point. I'm just moving it up and down a little, trying to get it a little more of a go. It's really starting to look like a rainy day, isn't it? Hey, Katie. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Tell me what you think of this. I don't know. It's different than what I thought it was going to work out like, but I like what it's doing. It's still basically Anne's way of doing it, but it looks a little different than I expected. I think maybe what I need to do is I need to get a little bit of white in here and maybe just sort of bring it down through there a little bit. Does it look like it's raining to yous? Am I making the storm? Or am I just making a big smeary mess? Hey, either way I'm having fun, huh? That's all that matters. So we're going to just take a little bit of this right here and pull it right down through here. And right there. And right there. And then I'm going to get some more water. and just do like Ann did. And then we're going to go back and work on our cloud in just a second here. That looks pretty rainy to me, I think. I don't know. It's pretty rainy looking. Let's get a little ray going right there. Okay, so now we got to go back to another cotton ball. And we're just going to get a little bit of the white on here. And just sort of touch it along the bottoms of the rays. Not too much, because I don't want it to cover it up too much in there. But this cloud here needs a little bit of definition back here now, where his rays are coming out. Of course, this guy's in front. Just a little bit there. I don't know. Does it look like a rainstorm? Or did I just make a giant mess? That rain's going crazy there. What does it say? Yes, okay, good. Good, because I'm thinking, I don't know, from upside down it's kind of wild looking. I want it to look like a rainstorm. And I need it to have just like a light bit of, not paint in the middle of it. So what I'm trying to do is just remove some of that and leave the white along the edges of it, like that. Kind of more like that. Let me try that here just a little bit. And I'm wiping it off on a paper towel over here as I pull off more of this excess paint. Okay, let's try working on this right through here. We'll make this a big sheet of rain coming down. Pull this out, wipe it off. Pull it out, wipe it off. Pull it out, wipe it off. Pulling it out and wiping it off of there. Let's make this one go right here in between them. See how that's giving it more of like that actual rain look by just pulling it, and you're leaving the white on the edges of it. And I'm trying to get most of the paint from the middle to come out to where it's more of a streak going down. And you get a little more water on that one. Okay. Let's do this one. Just swiping through it and wiping it off. Swiping through it and wiping it off. Trying to get that darker blue is in there, but that lighter blue is also back in there, and I'm trying to take it down and remove enough of it to get back to where I see that bright blue in the background. So that's where I'm working on this right now, is just trying to move this down, remove some of this paint, and get back that bright blue look to it that's giving it that like the sunshine's trying to break through, but it's also a rain coming down. So you know what I mean, that wild look in the sky. That's what we're working on right here. Creating the storm. Here comes the storm. One rainy night. That's for sure, huh? That's one rainy night. Let's see about this one right here. Let's do just a little bit. Right through here. Trying to get that to come out a little bit lighter here in the middle. Leaving those two sort of white stripes on the outside of it. Get a little bit more off of that one. He's kind of going right through that cloud. Now I highly suggest that you go over and look at how Anne's art did hers, Ann Webster. She paints rocks. And she paints beautiful stuff. Truly, truly beautiful stuff. And that's where I got this idea to do this way. Is by looking at Anne's art. And I just thought it was so pretty what she had done that, hey, I thought, let's try that. I'm not real crazy about this one right here. He seems to be kind of going. Maybe he needs to come more this way. Instead of a sun ray, he's a rain. There. Now he's starting to work his way back down through here where he's supposed to be. Okay. What did I do? Here it is. I was going to say, what did I do with my cotton ball? Okay, a little drop more of the white. Just a touch. Get a little touch of the dark blue. Just a touch. Because you cannot have light without dark. Run a little bit of darkness across the bottom of that cloud. Just like that. That's a dark, dark cloud there. And then I think that we're going to leave it, oops, right at this, guys. So here's the rainy storm. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do appreciate you being here with me today. Try to stay dry. How's that? All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.